What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated, and today is the day that we finally start diving into the RX7 and getting things together to actually get it running, working, and everything properly. So you guys went with us to go ahead and pick the car up a couple days ago. We've only had it for about 2 days now, and then I did the walk around video yesterday, but today we are actually going to go take the car to get its emissions done, go get the car registered, stop by the auto parts store, grab a couple of just immediate things that I want to get done to the car, and then in this video we'll fix a couple of the issues that we also have. So lock in for today's video. If you're not already, hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get this car registered and legal to drive on the street. Alright, currently here trying to get the emissions done, and it has been interesting for sure because it doesn't have the OBD2 reader and just trying to get the proper location. So bit of a mission, but seems like everything's good right now, at least getting the numbers. Probably going to be a little late for our appointment at the MBD, but it is what it is. So far so good, and should be able to get this car registered today. So unfortunately I did speak too soon. While we were there again, it was kind of hard for her to find like the correct spot to hook up. Ended up finding it. Readings were going good. This still has its cats and everything on it. I thought we were going to be fine, but she did unfortunately fail. We think it's due to the spark plugs. The girl there didn't seem extremely knowledgeable, but before it failed, she did say it seems like 2 of my spark plugs are going out, which was something I was planning on replacing anyways. So little unfortunate, but not completely bad. Again, it just pushes us to get the spark plugs done a little faster. And then also there is a place here I can take it, which is normally where I register my cars over at 350, where I can go register the car and don't have to worry about emissions. So we may end up just doing that anyways, that way we can get rid of the cat down the way. So I'm gonna get some new spark plugs ordered, as well as some new spark plug wires, and just get that taken care of, because regardless if that's why I failed or not, it's something that I know needs to get changed out on these cars kind of regularly, so I definitely want to get that done. And then I did go stop by the store and get us some other supplies that we need. I got us some oil. If you don't know, oil is the lifeblood for rotary motors, so we need to make sure we're staying up on top of the oil. So getting this changed out is a must. I also got us a couple extra bottles just to keep us topped off in case and any chance we need it. Got some air fresheners that she likes for the car, and I do need to recharge the AC. It was a nightmare driving over there just with one window down, because the switch on the other side did break. That new switch is on its way, so that problem will be fixed. But with the AC not blowing cold air, it was rough. Not as bad as it was in Vegas when we picked it up, but still pretty bad, as we still live in a desert. So not ideal. Gonna get that recharged and get a couple other things done. So we are officially starting the maintenance of this car today, fixing a couple little items on it and get it up to where it needs to be. Just so you guys can see real quick, nice and clean under here, no rust, no nothing. Really good sign. All right, oil is currently draining from there. Luckily the oil filter is just up top. I don't need to go under, do anything fancy for it, so I'll go ahead and get that removed. Only thing is, because we were driving the car for so long, engine bay is pretty warm right now, so that's going to be a bit of a pain to get out, but we'll get that removed, get this replaced, and fill her on up. Little HKS filter. I hear good and bad things about HKS. I don't know if they're actually worth it or not. I was gonna get a K&N filter when I was buying stuff instead of the Mobile One, but they didn't have one and I needed to get this done. So for now it's Mobile One. Eventually maybe I'll get another HKS one, but this is really cool because it does have the kanji on it. So as far as I know, I've never seen another oil filter with kanji. All right, officially topped off the oil. Yaz has gotten home, so she is now going to help me do the rest of this stuff. And I'm glad that she actually wants to get her hands dirty and work on this as much as possible, as it is her baby. It only makes it right for her to also work on her. I was doing the walk around. I don't know if I mentioned, it does have an aluminum radiator, which is one of the biggest things to change on these because of the cooling issues. It's really hot today. I think I'd mentioned while we were going to do the emissions, I was sweating. I was a little worried about the car being in that heat and driving it for as long as I did, but the temperature stayed steady the entire time, which was a good sign. But it does have BC Racing coilovers. Honestly, the ride isn't bad either. Like, it's not super bumpy or anything. It does clink a little bit, which isn't ideal, but the actual ride isn't terrible. Also, I went ahead and checked the oil. Doesn't look like shimmery, no like signs of metal shavings and nothing in it. Really good sign. And again, the oil filter looked good, so it's possible the oil might have been changed recently, but I'd rather just get it changed and know for sure when the last time we changed it is, and everything is good. So when we bought the car, there was a boost leak, which turned out to be this cup link actually loose and popped off. This one doesn't seem loose over here, but there is a gap on this side, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten it down anyways, just to be extra sure that we don't have any leaks there.
This one?
It looks fine. So
Hot.
probably just... Alright, so now that the oil is done, we checked the reservoir and it is like completely empty from what we can see. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy filled up, and hopefully that actually helps with the AC issue that we're having, but also helps it to run the way that it should be. Alright, oil has been changed, coolant has been topped off. Next is recharging our AC unit. Unfortunately, this is a different unit, I guess, than what they used on the RX7s, or at least this year of RX7. I guess in 1995 they is when they mandated to change this. So I'm gonna run back to AutoZone, grab a adapter, I guess, that I need to go ahead and recharge this correctly, and then I will pick the camera back up. Kit secured, so now I can go ahead and recharge the AC and hopefully make it so Yaz isn't dying tomorrow. AC is now recharged. I tried getting it up to like 40 psi, but it wouldn't go past like 28, so hopefully it is good enough, especially with the conversion kit. Like, I don't know, you know, really how much pressure I'm able to build in it without like any leakage or anything. So yeah, we'll have to see, but it should at least be better than what it was, which is good. That way Yaz isn't roasting in our car. All right, and for tonight at least, the last thing we are going to be taking care of is the F100 mod. Basically all that is if you saw in the previous video when the car is on, you hear this beeping noise. Now, this is supposed to be a chime for when the door is open and for low coolant, but as you guys saw, we refilled the coolant and I tested it and it's still going off, and even when the doors are closed, it's just always on unless the car is in reverse. I looked into it. It seems like this is something people just get rid of pretty often on these cars because it doesn't really have a use. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Even though Yaz is just drowning it out with music, it's still better just to take care of this. So it is just a little box that's underneath the dash that has a speaker in it. So we actually need to take it out, take it apart, and remove the speaker entirely, and then put everything back together. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's just a 10mm bolt and a couple of plugs. Pretty easy to take out. And here it is. This is the part we need. Now we need to open it up and take the speaker off. So you take it apart first by taking out this center screw, then taking a flat head and just taking away all the little clips. And that little black thing right there is the speaker. That's what's causing us all the noise and all the problems. All right, speaker is now completely gone. So now we can put this guy back together, and that should have eliminated the buzzing noise while keeping anything else that this guy does. Success. No more. Now I can get in footage clips again, because anytime I tried like getting a clip inside the car, it was just that noise annoyingly playing over top and could not hear anything. Now we can enjoy and listen to the turbo sounds without having that like frustrating noise just in the background. So awesome. Alright, so a couple updates since the last clip that I filmed, and I apologize in advance for not being the best YouTuber, but we did get the spark plugs in for the RX7. So I forgot which SD card I had most of this footage on, so I ended up just getting it done, me and Jonathan, and didn't record that, so I do apologize. Because it would have been pretty informational on how much of a pain it is to actually get them done, because you have all four of them on this side, but essentially one of us had to be up top, the other down below, to like move and adjust the wrench enough to be able to get them off. But we did get that taken care of, so that was done, replaced, and should have been good for the emissions test. So I had gone back yesterday to the emissions spot. Turns out their machine was broken. Tried going to another spot, and they immediately turned me away. Said I had to go to a specific location here in town that is like you have to go to for specialty cars. So that's what I ended up doing. And they passed the car immediately because I guess just to get imported into the US, you have to go through certain like hoops to get it done. And if you do that, then it should technically pass emissions. So they just got some information for the car, put it into the system. It was free, which was awesome, and the car passed emissions. So that's successfully done. We are on the final step of actually getting this car legally on the road. So we're gonna take the RX7 to the MVD. We have an appointment here in about 30 minutes, and I'm hoping that goes smoothly. The document that we have is a little different because normally you get a bill of sale. With this, we didn't because of where the car was registered, and the paperwork's just a little bit different for it. But I reached out to a company where like the address and everything was. They helped walk me through it. So we should be good. We should have everything that we need to get this taken care of at the MVD and get this car on the road, get her the license plate, and can drive it later for the date that me and Yaz have planned.
The guy who I bought it from, I have contact with him, whatever you feel.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, that's awesome, and I appreciate it. Even if you need to put us in a group text or anything, it would mean a lot because right now, you know, I'm stressed and I haven't even told my wife yet because she's at work, so I know she's going to be even more so, unfortunately. So. Yeah. We're going through it right now with this car, guys. So as I told you last, we went and got the emissions done, and we were heading to the MVD to get the car registered and approved and legal to drive on the street. And I was a little nervous about it to begin with because it's a new car, just, I don't know, just there was just a nervous feeling surrounding it, maybe because it was like an out-of-state title and it's a right-hand drive car, and just the whole thing is new to me, so I was nervous going in, but turns out the title that we have is not the most recent title. Without the most recent title, we cannot register the car. I did locate the number yesterday to the title company in Montana that had printed the one that I have, and that lady was beyond helpful. She gave me a bunch of info to like help me at the DMV today before we knew that this wasn't the actual title. Unfortunately, she can't help me any further because the title was then written up by another company that I, at the moment, cannot get in touch with. Now, I am not gonna lie and say that I'm not nervous that this isn't going to turn into a big fiasco of us never properly getting to own this car or being able to drive it on the street or just whatever that entails, because I don't know. This is new territory for me, and I am nervous as hell about this and feel awful for Yaz because she spent a good amount of money on this car for her dream car, and now we're having to deal with this issue. But there is still some good news. One, again, the lady in Montana, even though she can't fully help me, she's still like willing to help and do whatever she can. There are ways that we can apply for the title if we get to that point. But the guy who sold me the car, thankfully, I had added him on Facebook. I have his phone number. I have all his information. Talked to him about it. He seems to think that it was maybe because it used to have a lien on it. That was paid off, and maybe at that point it was reprinted. But he's in contact with the person that he had gotten the car from and is doing what he can on the back end to try and help us out and get the title mailed out to me. At least that's what I'm hearing at the moment. He did send me some screenshots of conversations between him and the original owner of him trying to get that guy to get the title taken care of. So yeah, seems like it'll be okay. I'm putting my faith in people across the country right now and hoping that this works out. So chugging along. Hopefully the next time I pick this camera up, it is good news because I am stressed right now. Me and Yaz are supposed to go on a date, as I said, here in a while, and the mood, hopefully, honestly, I don't think either one of us are in a mood for a date right now, or will be after this, but yeah, wish us luck that we get this figured out. All right, another day, another update about the RX7 registration. Just came back from the MVD, and we are good, baby. Finally registered her car. Everything is good to go. Since I last picked up the camera, again, the lady from Montana, huge shout out to her, Amanda. She went ahead and expedited everything, shipped it out to us 2 days. So we got it right away, took it to the MVD today. Everything went good. It was really expensive to register it just because of the initial like registration fees, which kind of sucked, but it's legal, and I am no longer stressed about this car because I was really worried. But thankfully, everything worked out. Got everything registered. It is officially in our names. Now we can throw the license plate on it, legally drive her on the street, and I am so happy that that was taken care of. And to celebrate the RX-7 being legal and able to be on the streets, we're going to be taking the RX7 and the Z to go get some photos. So we have brought the RX7 and the Z, as I said, to one of our favorite spots. Shout out to Quid Media for meeting with us, wanting to shoot. But both cars look beautiful. Again, really happy that the car is now legal and we can come out to shoots and be able to drive it with no issues and just be able to drive our cars together and fully enjoy them 4 times like this. But really excited to get working on that car. Right now, obviously it's still pretty much the way that we bought it, but really looking forward to modding it, to getting the wrap run on it with the other mods that we bought. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.